What up, I'm Dylan Schoonover, host of the Artist Spotlight. Pleased to be joined by the Devil Wears Prada guys. How we doing today?
Doing great.
Yeah, we're great.
You got to be stoked. It's fun to go through a long tour like you've done, but we're getting near the end. Only 3 shows left. Yes, how does the mindset change as you go from the start to the finish of a tour?
Well, I mean, the start of the tour, everything's exciting. Like, usually you haven't played in a while. You get to go out, hit all the cities again, hang out with the bands that you probably haven't seen in a long time or just meeting, and then play the shows. And then as you progress more and more, you keep excited, and then there comes a point where you're still stoked on playing the shows every day, at least for me, and everyone might be.
Yeah.
But you get the call home, and you're like, I miss friends, family, girlfriend.
Dogs,
yeah. Yeah, dogs myself.
So then you hit a point, everyone has a certain time in the tour, they're like, just don't bother them for a few days, and then you'll come back around and get to go home soon, so.
It's kind of like different waves of emotion, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a longer tour, yeah.
So the middle part is probably the part that you remember the least, probably. Is that fair to say? Unless something really stands out.
It depends show to show. Like, everything, especially for us, is like so show-based because we really only care about the show. And like, we do a little bit of sightseeing and stuff, but especially in the States, like we've seen everything so many times that, him and I are like working on stuff all day and then just hanging out. So really all we think about is like the venue and the show. So.
Yep.
Yeah. And the beard and how long you
keep
can
busy.
manage. So what does that look like? Does it look any different when you wake up?
Occasionally, yeah. After showers and stuff, it will be a bit frizzy, but...
Do you put conditioner in it?
No, I've never tried that. I've been told to, but...
It might be heavenly soft if you did.
I'm afraid it would just go...
You could do worse than that.
Yeah. The beard fro, the Chris Kale fro. But so what are you guys doing that's fun? Because you said you've seen everything, and we're playing a new track, but we're not fully playing a whole new album yet. So what do we do to keep it fresh and fun for you guys? Because obviously the fans are going to love it, but what do you guys do to keep yourselves entertained?
Well, we're all really good friends, and we've been playing, with the same guys in the band for like almost 7-8 years now, and then most of our crew is the same every tour, so we all just hang out, kind of do our own thing, and then we're real good buddies with the As I Lay Dying guys, and that's only gotten better as the tour went on, and a bunch of rad dudes on the tour, so just party, have fun, just be stupid and rambunctious.
Yeah, any pranks you're waiting to finish this tour off with?
I don't know. I feel like we're so bad at pranks, but people seem to love to prank us because we always take the show so seriously and stuff. They just love to ruin it however they can. So I'm scared about that.
Yeah, maybe pull a drum head to the last minute before the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing. You got. What's something that's been happened to you then? If somebody's pulling stuff on you, what's something you guys are just like, oh, that's brutal?
There was an end of tour prank. It was years ago. We had a sample that Dan would hit that was just this big bass sound, 808, and someone changed it to what was it?
It was like a cow or cat meow. Yeah, you're right. It was like meow, meow,
and everything would just go meow.
He didn't even know that was happening for a while. Yeah, that was funny.
That's great. The in-ears are just killing you, huh?
Yeah. Turn it off.
Nice. Well, we're gonna finally put out some new music soon, but you guys have probably had it for a while, because usually bands have had it for a while. So how excited are you to get to have it out to the public?
We're really excited. Like you said, some of these songs Chris, our other guitar player, wrote maybe like a year and a half ago at least. Some of them we just wrote or finished up a couple of months ago. But we're really happy with the last record that we did. It's probably the first one that we still to this day are really excited about. But it's about time to get some new stuff out there, especially playing a new song on this tour and people actually reacting to it is cool, because normally we'll play a new song and people are like, next, give me a new one. This one, they're like, yeah, I really like it. So we're like, well, we got a bunch more, just wait. Yeah. So yeah, we're ready.
How do you know a song is going to go over well?
You don't, you just play it.
You just play it as well, and if it doesn't,
we've had many bite the dust that we no longer play.
You do see that from time to time where you're on tour with a band or something, and they'll be playing a new song throughout the tour, and then it never makes an album, and you're like, Wonder what happened there. But I can't discern when a band plays a new song if it's going over well. But you guys can tell immediately when you start playing it on stage each night.
Yeah, there's usually a reaction, especially compared to the rest of the show. All you really have to do is play and look at the crowd. So most of the time, you can gauge whether they're really actively involved and having fun, or if they're just kind of like waiting for the next song. So
you're going to Europe. Talk about Europe is a lot different. In some ways, I think America's a little spoiled with our music.
I would say so, yeah.
I agree.
And if that's the case, what do you see from Europeans that are so much different, or from anywhere overseas that's so much different? Is it the passion? What is it?
If they like a band, I feel like they're just fans of the band from that point on. You don't really see the trends go up and down as much. It's kind of like an audience. It's just like, go ahead, put on your show for us, and then we'll decide if we like it or not. And if we do, we're not going to get over it, and it's not going to fade away and the newest Instagram thing will pop up. It's just not really like that over there. So if you are a decent band and you do have a fun live show and everything like that, then you can... you really just don't have to worry about if it's hot or not, the same as it is here, which is kind of cool. So
much less fickle.
So they're very blunt to start with, though. They're like, all right, let's see what you have.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Before we were like, okay, now we can get our thing going on instead of just like trying to build it up,
Mm-hmm. What do you guys hope to do long term with your music? What obviously when you start out as a band, I think you have dreams and you have hopes, but you never know if you're going to realize those. And you guys have accomplished some massive things in your career already. But what are you trying to accomplish in the future? What else do you want to do? Do you want to play bigger venues? Do you want to touch more people's lives? What are we trying to do?
We're just going to keep doing what we do as long as we can. I would like to play bigger rooms just so we could bring more stuff, and be able to afford to put on a bigger show. We spend a lot of money on lights and production and stuff like that just because we feel like it's really important that people get a really fun show instead of us take more money home at the end. So we're always trying to do that. Money's tight, so when people spend, however much they're spending for a ticket, they expect to be entertained, and I feel like that's our job to do. I think, as long as we have songs to write and stuff that we're excited about, then we'll just keep doing it, and just see where it goes. So.
As long as you get to go home and see your dogs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a Shiba Inu and a Boxer Lab mix.
Shiba Inus are killer.
Yeah, he's great.
Tiny Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua.
Yep.
I didn't peg you as a Chihuahua, man.
You really want it?
Okay.
When I picked her up, I actually went to the store right next to it looking for a bike, and then ended up stepping in there randomly with my girlfriend, and
it was over, right?
Came home with a puppy.
It's hard. You go in in the Humane Society. I go in with my wife, and it's just like it's over. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we can't go in there.
All of a sudden, we got a hamster that comes home to our house. Like, I didn't want to rodent. What's going on? Then she decides to leave it out with the dog, and that was a good idea. And we don't have a hamster anymore.
No hamster. Yeah.
But it kind of took care of the problem indirectly.
Yeah.
Not the way she wanted. I wasn't as upset. She probably
I'm sure.
When she watches this interview.
Sorry,
no, I love animals, man. It's hard when you're on the road and you're grinding away. People don't understand necessarily what tour life is like if they haven't lived it. It looks like this huge glamorous thing, and don't get me wrong, there's some really cool things that you guys do.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But there's also a tough element to it being gone. You're with the same people. You guys love each other, but at the same time, you're like, I don't need to see him all the time.
That's a mess of thing. We live in the same city too, and so does Mike. So we still hang out. Like my wife and his girlfriend are really good friends, so they hang out all the time when we're gone too. So I don't know why we're just not sick of each other yet.
No, yeah,
it's probably actually really good for them because they have something to bond over.
Yeah,
it's hard
exactly.
if you're gone from a significant other, so someone else who understands that life is probably really important.
for sure.
So anyway, we're going to see your live set coming up. Really excited to see that. We're going to tape a couple songs from you guys. You guys are going to see that coming up really soon. It's been the Artist Spotlight, sponsored by Kona Guitars and Intune Picks. Thanks, Prada, for coming on the show, guys.
Thanks for having us. Right on, man.
All right.